If you were a lion, what would your fate be? The story begins with the first cry. You were born. The first thing you saw when you opened your eyes was not sunlight. It was the damp darkness of a bush, a place your mother chose for you to hide, because she knew that if you were found, it would mean an unsuspecting slaughter. Outside, there are other lions on the prowl. They sniff the air, searching for that strange, milky scent, and when they find it, they won't hesitate to tear you apart. Because you are not their offspring, you're a threat. You don't know any of this. You just try to suckle at your mother's milk. You don't know that the two brothers at your side would die one by one in the next few days. Not from sickness, but from weakness. Your survival from day one had to be won by strength, and you survived, and you don't know it. The average male lion in a pride lives less than 8 years. The ones that actually live to die of old age, there are very few. You don't know if you're going to be a lion king in your lifetime. All you know is that you're alive, at least for now. The first crisis occurred on the 40th day of your life. You were sleeping soundly. Your mother suddenly picks you up and runs through the grass. You opened your eyes on the bumpy ride. You see the sunset burning like a flame, and her nervous breathing. Behind you, the new lions are being evicted. The pride has changed hands. The first to be removed are the children left behind by their predecessors. Your mother abandoned her other cub. She ran away with only you in her arms. You lost your brother that night. You survived, but at a price. You left the sanctuary of the pride. You and your mother became strays. You and your mother lived on the edge, without the protection of the pride. Your mother had to hunt for herself. You failed many times. You were starving and skinny. Lionesses began to venture closer to human villages, licking the carcasses of the animals they discarded. Once, she was deterred by a trap hidden behind a bush. You almost lost her, but she didn't give up. She knew, if she goes down, you wouldn't survive a day. For your sake, she's become more cautious and more frantic. You saw her pounce on a wild horse alone. She snapped its throat with all her might. You tasted blood for the first time. At that moment, it was as if something inside you had awakened. 2 years later, you became a subadult lion. Your mane began to grow. Your shoulders widened. You weigh almost 150 kilograms, but you're not a full-grown lion yet, and you're in no position to fight for territory. Your mother disappeared on a night hunt. You waited 3 days, but she didn't return. You tried to find her scent, but the wind took all the clues. You wanted to cry, but you didn't know what to do. That day, you realized for the first time, you were alone. You began to wander. You became a true wandering lion. You've survived by stealing prey from hyenas, and you were beaten by the Lion King for approaching a lioness in heat. You lie on the ground, gasping for breath, your mouth full of dirt and blood. You don't understand why you haven't done anything yet, and yet you've suffered so much. Until one day, you met him. His name was Rafa. He's a 5-year-old lion, and a wanderer. He didn't attack you right away. He approached you slowly and sniffed you. You didn't resist, because you were too weak. Rafa licked the blood from your ear. Like a brother, you became partners. Stray lions have a much better chance of survival. It improves your chances of survival. From that day on, you weren't alone. For the next year, you worked together as a team, bypassing lion patrol routes. You specialize in small prey. Once you even stole a zebra that the hyenas had just dragged off. You grow stronger and stronger. Your mane thickens and darkens. It's a sign of strength and maturity. The lionesses of the savannah are most attracted to a male with a dark mane, because it represents good health genes, as well as killing and decisive. Finally, the day came. You and Rafa have circled the edge of a pride of lions. An old king lion is resting in the shade. His paws are calloused. Behind him, 2 cubs play. Those 2 kids, they look familiar. Rafa looks at you. You look at him. You both know it. This is your chance. You roar out. There was only one target, the Lion King. The fight lasted nearly 10 minutes. You were bitten on the shoulder, but in the end, it was you who bit the old lion through the throat. Blood spurted out like a spring. The old king falls. The lionesses retreat. The cubs flee into the grass. You are the new king. This territory is yours. That night, the stars were quiet. For the first time, you roared from the heights. The sound traveled for kilometers across the savannah. The other lions heard you. The hyenas heard you. You proclaim, you rule here. You have 4 lionesses, and cubs about to be born. You think this is eternal, But on the African savanna, no king can truly enjoy his old age. 2 years later, you are 8 years old. You begin to slow down. Your reactions are half a beat slower during hunts. Rafa is gone. He died protecting the cubs in a battle. You guard the pride alone. Until that day, when a pair of young male lions appear. They are younger, faster, and more ruthless than you. You bite one of them, but you are knocked to the ground. You hear the low growls of the female lions and the cries of the cubs. You struggle to stand, but you are no longer strong enough to fight back. You are driven out of your territory. You begin to wander. Once again, you become a homeless lion. Your wounds begin to infect, and your weight drops rapidly. You no longer roar. You no longer try to resist. You began to frequently recall your mother. Recall Rafa. Recall the taste of blood you first tasted when you bit into a young antelope. It seemed like many years ago. You lay down in the night. The sound of cicadas and the wind rustling through the grass filled your ears. You felt the grassland slowly warming beneath your body, as if it remembered you. You closed your eyes, no longer afraid, and in the distant grass, a few cubs are chasing and playing. They do not know that the lion lying motionless a few days ago was once the king of the entire grassland. They also do not know that their fate will be strikingly similar to yours. In a few years, this is your life. Your life has never been about glory, but about struggle, survival, loss, and struggle again. This is the true path of a king.